The Dow, as I said, is set to drop. I don't know what I'm more concerned about, the Dow, the indices, or the treasuries. Look, in all likelihood, we are going to see a negative interest rates by the end of this year. I wouldn't be surprised if it's by summer, sad to say. That's just where we're headed. There's never been a more truer statement that I have made in recent years than what I made a week ago when I said it was a huge mistake to throw away, in my opinion, 50 basis points, a 0.5% of ammunition by the Federal Reserve. I know what we have right now is a black swan event on top of a black swan event. We already had a black swan event with the coronavirus. Now we get this oil black swan event, and we could easily end up in price wars. We've got oil down 23, 24, 25% this morning. We are looking at oil in the low 30s per barrel. Could easily break 30. There's going to be a price war. It's as if OPEC, it's almost like we were set up, and I'm not discounting that we are not. This is not a conspiracy theory, but it is likely what has happened and transpired. We'll never know. It is my opinion. But look, somewhere along the lines, Russia turned OPEC. So Russia was in disagreement with additional cuts that OPEC was making. And here's what my prediction is, and I'm free to say this because we'll never know. So you can believe me if you'd like. But I got to believe that on Friday evening, when Russia was adamant that they weren't going to go along with this, I believe that a group got together and said, you want to see cuts? You want to see cuts in production? You want to see oil prices go up? Let's increase production. Let's increase production. Let's put the frackers out of business once and for all, which, by the way, they will be doing by the end of this week. Let's put them out of business. Let's stop production so hard in the U.S. that it's going to take a long time for them to pick it up. Then let's cut production on top of that. So here's one of the ways that we might get a little proof of this. If by the end of next week, OPEC is meeting again in an emergency meeting talking about cutting production, we'll know I was right. I'm just saying. Nobody has said this. You haven't heard this anywhere else this morning. I don't care if you're watching all the financial networks. Nobody is throwing that scenario out there. But I don't believe it's a throwaway issue. I believe that really happened. And let me tell you something. As of today, you're going to see a dramatic cut in rig counts in the U.S. A dramatic cut in rig count. There's going to be layoffs by the end of this week in the oil sector from the fields, from a production perspective. We cannot operate on $35 a barrel oil. We can't operate on $40 a barrel oil. We are now far below, in Brent crude oil, far below Russia's budget. But guess what? They don't care. They're looking at the long term. And I'm afraid they're going to be right.
Hey, remember to click the subscribe button right here on the screen. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you'll be notified when new content is added. And more importantly than anything, you don't want to miss all 3 live hours of Financial Issues every day from 9 to noon. And you can watch it on FISM.tv. That's FISM.tv.